What's up everyone, and welcome to today's 40-minute hybrid workout. For the next 40 minutes, we are fusing together strength and high intensity. This is an advanced workout, okay? So we're gonna cover a lot of tough exercises, a lot of challenging complexes in this one. So definitely make sure that you are ready to rock. You're gonna need a set of dumbbells. A couple sets if you have them would be awesome. And we're gonna get started with 10 to 15 minutes of strength-based work and then gradually turn the dial on up as we go. So we're gonna focus on a larger circuit to get things started, kind of break things off. We're gonna hit some complexes, and then we go into a series of body weight, high intensity drills on the back side, close things out with a combo and a cool down. I'm gonna get you nice and loose, nice and prepped, and I'm gonna explain everything as we go. So listen for different modifications and different call outs that I will give you. So do what makes sense for you. Everything we do today will be for time, but again, this is an advanced hybrid workout. Let's go get started. Perfect. So let's come to the edge of your workout space. I'm gonna have you walk it all the way out. At the base of this walkout, I want you to go hip opener left, hip opener right. Walk yourself all the way back in, stand and repeat, okay? That foot's coming to the outside of that hand. Really get into those hips. Close it, hit both sides at the base of this. Walk yourself all the way back in. Stand up nice and tall. Bring it right back out, okay? There we go. Start to get nice and loose. Foot to the outside of that hand. Open it, close it, kick it. Good. Once you come out of that one, I want you to sink into a low squat. I want you to lightly, have your elbows going to the inside knees, lightly grab your toes, really sink in, chest up nice and tall. Then I want you to lift your butt up towards the ceiling, get that good hamstring stretch. Sink back in, chest is up nice and tall, okay? So just two parts here. It's kind of like a frog squat. Sink, chest up tall. Really get into those hips, those hamstrings. And then today we are going to focus on strength and then turn it on into high intensity, okay? So merging the two. Good, let's bring it all the way up. I'm gonna have you go knee hug, and then I want you to step it on out and hit that front lunge. So I'm gonna hug my right knee to my chest, touch, step out right, opposite side, left knee, chest, touch, step it on out left. There we go. Be super intentional with these, okay? Form first on all of these. Make sure your back stays nice and flat, trunk is completely locked in. Good, let's come right into your skips. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg, add a little bounce. Start to dial it on up a little bit. Get that blood flowing a touch more. And let's go right to jumping jacks. Let's go right to jumping jacks. Let's take it up one more level. And now I just want you to jog in place as I explain our first circuit. So just stay nice and loose. If you want to keep the jumping jacks, always a good option. So what we're going to do, we're going to come into circuit one. In circuit one, we're going to focus on 3 exercises, 3 sets, working for time. So it'll be about 35 to 45 seconds at each exercise, depending. First one will be our longer one. I'm going to have you come into this deadlift. So good solid hinge here, back is nice and flat. As soon as you start to come out of it, rack these dumbbells, come into a deep squat. So hinge is 1, which is here. Rack, squat is 2. If you feel confident, you could always go right into this rack and kind of drop into it real quick, but do what makes sense for you on that one. From there, I should have kept my dumbbells. We're gonna go into bent rows. It's single, single, double on these. So back is nice and flat. 1, 1, 2, okay? So 1, 1, 2, we're gonna come into our bent rows. Then we're gonna come on down to the floor. Similar to our rows, we're gonna do a press pattern though. It's gonna be single arm press, opposite side press, both arms, okay? So back is gonna be nice and flat against the floor. Both arms will be up. Single 1, single 2, double. Big exhale on that push each time, okay? So those are our 3. We're gonna work through them for 3 sets, 35 to 45 seconds at each one. The deadlift squat will definitely be our longest one, okay? So find that starting position. Challenge yourself to go pretty heavy on these. These are your heavier lifts. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Feet are out a little bit wider than shoulder width, hinging at those hips. Rack, deep squat. There we go. Fire up hamstrings and glutes. Move with intention on all of these, okay? Always focus on good solid form. Crown of that head is in line with that tailbone on that hinge. Try to get your quads and femurs parallel to the floor on that good deep squat. Tons of control. Let's go for another 10 seconds on this one. And good, take a little bit of a reset. We're gonna go single, single, double in these bent rows. Really get those hips back here, okay? Good, let's hit it. One arm, opposite arm, both. With these rows, you're rowing right alongside that rib cage, right to that hip pocket. Big squeeze of your shoulder blades at the top, okay? So super intentional, 1, 1, 2, okay? This will be one of your shorter blocks than this one for sure. Let's go for another 7 seconds. Then we'll bring it right on down to the floor. That's where we'll hit that press. And good, awesome. Take your time. Let's bring it on down to the floor. Single, single, double on this press. If you want to take this press up a level, obviously 1, add weight. 2, you could drop your legs as you come down. So you go legs straight, add some core activation on this. Or you could just keep them up. Good, let's go single, single, double. If you want to go more into a hollow body, also an option. That's going to be like level 10 though, okay? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Single, single, double. Job, everyone. These look great. Create that A with your elbow as you come on down. 1, 1, and 2. Let's go for another 7 seconds. Good, let's bring it up to standing. That's 1 set down. We have 2 more just like that. We're gonna come right back into that deadlift to squat, okay? Grab those dumbbells. If you need to adjust the weight, good time to do so. Let's go 45 seconds here. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, hit that hinge, rack, sink into that squat. There we go. Crown of the head is in line with that tailbone. Make sure that trunk is locked in throughout, okay? Pull that belly button towards your spine. Let's go for another 7 seconds on this one. And good, take a second here. We're gonna come right into our bent over rows. Single, single, double. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Nice neutral spine. And be super controlled with these. 1, 1, 2, okay? There we go. Job, everyone. These look great. Let's go for another 5 seconds, and we're gonna come into our chest press. And good, make your way on down to the floor. Single, single, double on this press. If you wanna add something with your legs, a little core activation, you can. If you just wanna go heavier, you can do that as well. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. One arm is always straight up. As you come down in this press, I want you to create this A with your elbows. So come down to about 45 degrees on this, okay? Big exhale as you push them on up each time. There we go. Let's go another 10 seconds on this one. Then we're gonna go 1 more set of these 3. And good, awesome. Let's bring it right back up to standing. 1 more set of these 3. Great work, everyone. Adjust the weights as needed. 3rd and final set of this block before we move it on. Move it on. We're gonna come right into a complex after. That's good. Let's hit this deadlift. Come right into the squat. Start to dial it on up. We're nice and loose now. Drive through those heels. Job, everyone. Get in this good rhythm. Let's go for another 10 seconds on this one. Hit that good solid hinge. Rack them. Deep squat. Good, let's bring it into our bent over rows. Single, single, double on this. Really get those hips back. Let's go 35 seconds. Let's rock. There we go. Palms facing, single, single, big squeeze on that double. Imagine you're pinching a pencil between those shoulder blades, okay? Be real dramatic with that hold. There we go, awesome. Form looks great. Let's go for another 7 seconds here. Another 7 seconds. Good, let's bring it on down to the floor. We're gonna come into our last one with this press. 1, 1, 2 on this. 1, 1, 2. Good, let's go close this one out. We're gonna go 35 seconds from this point right here. Big exhale. Job, everyone. Let's go for another 7 seconds. And good, awesome. Let's take a second here. Good time to grab some water. This next block of work is going to be a 3-minute complex, okay? This one's definitely gonna be tough, so I want you to adjust as needed. What's gonna happen is we're gonna go 2 high pull, 2 snatch, 2 push press, then we're gonna add a rep, 3 of everything, 4 of everything. We're gonna go for 3 minutes, okay? So for these high pulls, hike it on through, elbowing high and wide. You're gonna hit 2. Then I want you to come and slow the motion as you come into this snatch. Double snatch overhead, hit this quarter squat position, hit 2, then rack them. Quarter squat press, quarter squat press, that's where you come into your push press, that's 2 reps. Then we redrop, high pull 3, double snatch 3, push press 3. We go up the ladder 4. We're gonna go for 3 minutes. If at any point, because again, this is going to be challenging, if at any point you're like, I need to chill, I need a breather, drop the weights, take a second, and then drop right back in when you're ready, okay? 3 minutes on the clock, 2 high pull, 2 snatch, 2 push press, double dumbbells on this, adjust as needed. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, hike it on through, hit that high pull, 2, double snatch, thread these dumbbells on up directly overhead. Make sure that trunk stays nice and locked in, 2, rack, quarter squat press, redrop, elbows high, high pull. These are 3. Then we go double snatch, 3. With those snatches, you should be able to stand directly in front of a mirror and not get anywhere near it. Dumbbells staying nice and tight to your body as you thread them on up. Those are 3. Push press, quarter squat, and then drive these dumbbells on up overhead. We're adding a rep each time. We're going for a full 3 minutes. Again, if at any point you want to slow it down, please do so. We're running it for 3, okay? Adding a rep each time. And on those high pulls, if you want to go more into a hard stop, you could just come out of a dead stop at the base of this, okay? If you want to take out that swing. Back stays nice and flat. I want you to fire up those hamstrings and glutes each time. Challenge yourself here. Hit that quarter squat punch. That's where you come into that push press. Again, we're adding reps as we go up this ladder. There we go. You're halfway through, 130 down, you got 130 to go. Make this block work for you. Crown of the head is in line with that tailbone. If you're coming into more of those high pull swings. Elbowing high and wide at the top. Double snatch, fire up hamstrings, glutes. Biceps will finish by those ears. Keep on laddering up. You have a minute left. You have a minute left. Job, everyone. There we go. Keep adding a rep each time. You're gonna get a full 30-second breather after this. So your last 45 seconds of this block. And on these high pulls, high and wide, punch, go, punch, go. There we go. Focus on your breathing. Let's go last 25. Last 25. Trunk is nice and locked in throughout. You're gonna hear me say that over and over again. It is so important that we are stable here in all of these lifts. These are all advanced. Let's go for another 7. Job, everyone. And good, awesome. Let's take a full 30. Take a full 30. As you grab some water, keep your eye on me. I'm gonna run you through the next 3. So we're gonna go 30 seconds at each one of these. 3 sets. First one, we're gonna go renegade row. I'm gonna give you the option to add this rotation. For this renegade row, high plank position. Row 1, row 2, ways to modify. Drop to those knees, you can elevate your surface. If you wanna take this up a level, I want you to add this rotation. Eyes will follow this weight. You're gonna come up in one straight line. 30 seconds there. Then we're gonna come into a squat thrust. We're gonna add the dumbbells. So that's gonna be here, feet are a little bit wider. I want you to sink into your legs as you come on down, back is flat. Pop out, sink the landing, stick the landing, stand, curl. If you'd rather just do curls right here, that's totally cool with me and you wanna take out that squat thrust. 30 seconds there. Then we are going to march. I want your triceps parallel to the floor and I want you to march in place. 30 seconds. Then we drop back in, we come back to that renegade row, okay? 30 seconds at each one of these exercises. There are 3 exercises to hit, 3 sets to hit, okay? So we're starting to pick up the pace here. Lighter lifts, more intense on the cardio side. Renegade row, rotate or renegade row as is. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 30 seconds per exercise, 3 exercises, 3 sets. Make sure on that renegade row, if you add that rotation, you still get that good row, and then that's where you rotate. And don't be afraid to move those feet on this, okay? Hips stay high throughout. That's where you hit that good solid punch. If at any point you just want to keep the renegade row, row this weight right alongside that rib cage, right to that hip pocket. Let's go for another 7. There we go. Lock in that trunk. Good, let's bring it up to standing. Let's bring it up to standing. We're gonna come into the squat thrust. Pop out, pop in, stand, curl. If you'd rather just go bicep curls right here, great option. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself on down to the floor, lower with those legs. Kick out, stick the landing into high plank. Feet wide, stand, curl. There should be no lift from your lower back. I want you to really get low. There we go. Pop in, stand, lift with those legs, curl at the top. If at any point you want to add a couple extra bicep curls and take out 1 or 2 squat thrusts, you can do that as well. Let's go for another 5. And good, let's go dumbbells, double rack position. Or actually, let's just come into this front hold, okay? Rack would be here more. Triceps parallel to the floor, you're gonna march in place. I like to call this sneaky active recovery. Marching right in place, trunk is nice and locked in. We're not here, okay? Breathe, breathe, breathe. When you come out of this, we're gonna grab a 10-second breather, and then we drop back in for our second set. We have 3 of these to hit. 3 total, that is. And good, let's drop those weights. Take a reset, grab a sip of water if you need it. We're gonna go right back into that renegade row, add that rotation. Round 2, 3 rounds total. Bring it on down to the floor. I'll count you down and out. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go hands under shoulders, back is nice and flat. Row 1, row 2, there we go. Make sure your hips don't sway. If you feel like they're rocking a little bit more than you'd like, widen out your stance a touch more, okay? There we go. Add that rotation if you want it. Eyes will follow. Close it. Let's go for another 5 seconds. Good, let's bring it all the way up to standing. You're gonna come into the squat thrust. Let's add that curl. You could also just go into standing bicep curls. Make sure, you lower with your legs on this, okay? We'll go in 3, 2, 1, full 30. Sink on in, stand, curl. Feet come out nice and wide, add that curl. If at any point you want to add some extra curls, which give you a little bit of a breather from those squat thrusts, you could always do that, okay? Let's go for another 7 seconds, and we're gonna come into this march. Good, let's bring it into this march. Let's bring it into this march. If you feel like you want more rest, you can just drop those weights and just march without them. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 1 more set after this one, okay? Job, everyone, you're rocking, good stuff. Good, take a second, drop those weights. 3rd and final set of this block. Ooh. We're bringing the heat today. We're bringing the heat. All right, let's bring it on down to the floor. Final set of this block. Good, good stuff. We go all body weight on the next block of work. Okay, let's bring it into this renegade row. Add that rotation if you're up for it. 30 seconds on the clock. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Eyes follow throughout, okay? Job, everyone. 1 good solid motion here. Make sure that back stays nice and flat. On these rows, you're rowing right alongside that rib cage, right to that hip pocket. Let's go for another 5 seconds. And we're gonna come into our squat thrust. Good, let's bring it up to standing. We'll come into these curls or the squat thrust, okay? Or squat thrust curl, depending on how you wanna do it. 3rd and final set of this one. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself on down to the floor. Lower with those legs. Pop in, stand, curl, go. Here we go. Challenge yourself here. Good work, everyone. Good stuff. Let's go for another 5 seconds. And good, let's come right into this march. Let's come right into this march. Double rack, or that front hold, excuse me. Get those legs up, trunk is nice and locked in. No arch of that lower back. Let's go last 7. And good, awesome. Take a second here. Great time to grab some water. So this next block of work, we're gonna switch between 2 different exercises. We're going body weight and definitely going a little bit more conditioning on this. First one, I'm gonna have you reverse lunge one side at a time. You have the option to touch your back knee and then add a jump from there, which is here, right? That's option 1. Option 2, you can go more into a sprinter start where you load this glute, pump, go, pump, go. I really want you to focus on getting a ton of power into that glute. You don't have to add a pop on that one if you do that second option. It's more step drive, step drive. We're gonna do one side for 20, other side for 20. If you have something you wanna step up onto, like a bench, couch, chair, you can do that as well. Then we're gonna come on down to the floor. We're gonna go low plank to high plank to push up, okay? So this is a combo, low, high, push up. If you need to modify this, you could drop to your knees or look to elevate your surface on a bench, couch, chair. If you'd rather take out that push up and just work on your push plank, low plank to high plank, you could also do that, okay? So step drive, left, right, 20, 20, and then we're gonna go push plank, push up. We're gonna do this twice, 2 sets of these 2. You will see some of these a little bit later as well, so keep that in mind. First one, step back, lunge, add this drive. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Option 1 I'm gonna do right here. Touch that knee, explode through that front leg. Focus on good solid form. If you wanna take out that full lunge, and more into a sprinter start, less knee dominant, also a good option. And that one would be low impact. Biggest thing right here is that you're firing up that front glute, okay? Good, let's bring it to the other side. Quick transition, touch and go, touch and go. As you hit this lunge, make sure that trunk stays nice and tall. And then again, your secondary option here, load that front glute. Step, go, okay? Let's go for another 5 seconds. Let's bring it on down to the floor. Low plank, high plank, push up. Push up is optional. If you just wanna go low plank, high plank, you can do that. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Hand refills where your elbow was. Come up in one smooth line at the top. Push up, right back down, low, high, push up. Big exhale each time. Crown of that head is in line with that tailbone. Tons of control here, tons of control. There we go. Let's go 5 more seconds. Good, let's bring it right back up to standing. We're gonna come back into this step lunge. Add this drive. You can go step drive or actually hit this lunge and then add the jump. Good, let's go step it back and go. Here we go, all one side. Your front shin angle should be matching this front torso angle, okay? So we shouldn't be here. Lock it in, let's go. Smooth transition, let's bring it to the other side. Let's bring it to the other side. Here we go, you have that step drive or hit that lunge. As soon as you're there, let's go. Job, everyone, get into that glute. Fire it on up. Here we go. Good, let's bring it on down to the floor. Low plank, high plank, let's add this push up. If you just wanna go push plank, totally cool. Hand refills where the elbow was. Good, let's go. Up, push up, right back down. Big exhale on this push each time. Let's go, last 7. And good, awesome. Take a second here, good stuff. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna set the timer for 60 seconds. I'm gonna give you 3 exercises I want you to hit. So we're gonna go 50 high knees, as fast as you can, 50, okay? 25 per side, I want you to get those legs up. As soon as you finish those 50, we come on down to the floor. We go 50 mountain climbers, run it. Back is nice and flat, as fast as you can. If you finish those, I want you to go prisoner squats to finish and count what rep count you get to, or I want you to go jump squats to finish. Count the rep count you get to. Get as much done as you can in 60 seconds. You're gonna take a 15-second breather. We're gonna do it 3 times, so 2 more times after that. So 50 high knees, 50 mountain climbers. Air squats or jump squats to finish, count that rep, beat it the second time, beat it the third time, okay? So 1 minute on the clock, 50 high knees, 25 per side, 50 mountain climbers, 25 per side, and then we'll go into the jump squat to finish. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Get those legs up, 50. If you would rather just go high knees and mountain climbers and go 40 reps on each and just keep looping it through, you can definitely do that, okay? Make this work for you because I know we've been dialing on up. As soon as you hit those 50, you bring it into those mountain climbers. Back is nice and flat. Run it for 50, 5-0. Let's go. And then use jump squats or prisoner squats as your benchmark as to how far you got in this 60 seconds, okay? You can either launch right into that jump squat, hop, go, or I want you to come right into this air squat. Time check, you're at 43. I don't expect you to get many squats, if any. If you're just on the mountain climbers, that works too. Get a couple though if you can. Last 5 seconds. Good, let's take 15. Take 15, breathe, breathe, breathe. Take a second. We're gonna go right back up to the top. We're gonna go right back into those 50 high knees, 50 mountain climbers. Try to beat it with the jump squat, okay? We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Run it. Again, if at any point you're like, nope, I think I'm good, I want you to jog in place right here, okay? I know we've been pushing it, okay? 50 mountain climbers is your second option, or your second one, that is. Use the jump squats as your benchmark, or air squats as your benchmark. You are halfway. Job, everyone. Last 15. Last 15. Good. Let's push. Do what you can. Get a couple squats in here. Get nice and deep. Focus. Let's go. Good. Let's take 15. Let's take 15. Plot twist on this one. I want you to go to your squat number. So whatever number you just hit, start there. So that's 10. Go 10, then you go 50 mountain climbers, 50 high knees. So let's bring it down backwards. The goal is to finish your high knees, okay? We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go last 60 here. So if that's 10, hit those 10 squats. It's a perfect song for this. And then we're gonna go right to mountain climbers. Job, everyone. Dial it on up. Let's get it done. Let's go. Here we go. Challenge yourself. 30 down, 30 to go. Let's go. Right after those mountain climbers, let's try to get through those high knees. Try to get through those high knees. 5-0, 25 per side. Let's go, last 7. And good, rest, rest, rest. Good, good stuff, everyone. Grab a full 30 here. We're gonna go into a Tabata. Tabata is a 4-minute block of work. You will see some of these exercises right after this Tabata. I'll explain that, small finisher block. With the Tabata, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're gonna switch between 2 exercises. I know we've been definitely climbing up very quickly. So exercise 1, I want it to be your max effort exercise. I have burpees in front of me on the board. If you're like, nope, not for me, I want you to jog in place, jump rope, shadow box. I want an exercise that's going to take you up to like an 8, 9, 10 out of 10. Okay, so get it up there, 20 seconds there. Then you're gonna come on down to your back. We're gonna come into a hollow body. I'm going to have you add a tricep skull crusher, okay? So we're gonna spike the heart rate and then use our recovery into this hollow body. That's going to be right here. And I want you to come into this skull crusher. If you're looking at that and you're like, that is all kinds of things I don't wanna do, drop your feet, knees bent, and just come right into the skull crusher for 20 seconds. If you don't have weights, you don't wanna use weights for that one, you could definitely go into tricep dips. So something tricep driven or hollow body driven on that second one. So 20, 10, 20, 10, max effort exercise for that first one. Get that heart rate up and then recover with that skull crusher from the hollow body as well, okay? Reset this timer, 4 minutes on the clock, 20 on, 10 off. 8 total rounds, 4 minutes. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So max burpees if you want it. Add that jump, bring yourself on down the floor, jog in place, jump rope. If you have a slam ball, battle ropes, cardio equipment of your choice, great time to use it right here. I want it to be max effort, let's go. Good, let's take 10, Triceps in some capacity, you're right on your back. You're gonna have 20 seconds here. Again, hollow body triceps, good option for this one. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you're going hollow body, make sure the lower back is protected. Head and shoulders are up off the ground. Elbows will stay in that fixed position as you come into that skull crusher. Let's go for another 5 seconds on this one. These look awesome. Good job, everyone. Good, let's take your 10. That's 1 set down. 3 more just like that. So peak and then bring it down on your recovery with that skull crusher, okay? And let's go. Max effort. Jog in place. Jump rope, shadow box, slam ball, battle ropes, whatever that looks like for you, works for me right here. You're choosing to show up. Let's get it done. Good, let's take 10. Let's bring it on down to the floor. Lock it on in, lower back driving to the floor, arms are straight up right from your shoulders, bending at those elbows. Good, let's go. Big exhale. Tons of control. If at any point you want to just bend your knees, bring them towards your chest and drop your head and shoulders down, you can do that as well. And good, let's take 10. 2 rounds down, 2 more to go of this one. Good work. We're going right back into our max effort. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Burpees, jump rope, jog in place. Let's get it done. Dial it on up, let's go. Job, everyone. Good, let's take your 10. Let's bring it on down. You're gonna come into that hollow body, triceps, or just hollow body, or just triceps. Make this work for you. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, lock it in. Breathe. Let's go 5 more seconds. Good, let's bring it right back up to standing. Fourth and final block of this one. Good stuff. Max effort, all out 20. We have a little bit left after this before we cool it on down. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, stay in it. Challenge yourself, take it up one more level here. Let's go. Good, let's take your 10. Let's bring it on down to the floor. Skull crushers, hollow body, triceps, lock it in. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Breathe. And good, awesome. Take a second here. Good stuff. So what we're gonna do 3 rounds, 2.5 rounds of this one, okay? 2 full minutes of the dumbbell combo. I'm gonna give you active recovery after that. So the dumbbell combo, I want you to try to get 5 total reps in this minute. It's basically bringing everything together that we've done to this point. So you're gonna bring them on down to the floor. You pop out, you hit a good solid push-up, you row 1, you row 2. I don't worry about the knee drive. I know sometimes we do that. Pop in, sink into the squat. Dumbbells rack, lunge 1, lunge 2, push press. So essentially bringing in a lot of things we've done. If you're looking at that and you're like, not right now at all, it's deadlift, row 1, row 2, rack, lunge 1, lunge 2, push press. You'll probably get closer to 6 or 7 on those. I want you to try to target 5 of those reps in a minute. We're gonna take, after we hit that minute, we're gonna take 20 seconds. If you wanna march in place, keep it up, you can. If you just wanna rest, just rest. Then we do it again for another minute, and then we do it for 30 seconds. So 2.5 rounds on this one. Dumbbell combo, this is gonna bring us right to our stretch, okay? This is gonna bring us right to our cool down. So dumbbell combo minute, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. You're gonna stand up tall with these dumbbells. Bring them on down to the floor. Lower with those legs. Pop out. Push up. Row 1. Row 2. Pop in. Rack. Lunge 1. Lunge 2. Push press. Repeat. Bring them right back down. If you're looking at that, again, you don't want to go down to the floor. It's hinge. Come into this deadlift. Row 1. Row 2. Rack. Lunge 1. Lunge 2. Push press. Okay? Make sure when you come from the floor into that rack position, you're lifting with your legs. Lifting with your legs. You're 40 into this one. Let's go for another 20 seconds. Lower on down. Push up. Row 1. Row 2. Rack. Get underneath it. Job, everyone. Keep working. Let's go for another 7 seconds. And good. Awesome. Take 20. Take 20. You can march in place if you just want to keep it moving. If you just want to rest, just rest. We're going to drop back into this for one more full minute. And then our last round is just going to be 30 seconds. I'm going to give you the option to go without weight on that one. And good. Let's grab those weights. Minute 2. Try to get a similar rep range. Let's go. Adjust as needed. Bringing everything together that you worked on today. You've crushed this. Good stuff. Sink in, rack, go. Get underneath it. Trunk remains locked in throughout. Tons of core control. If at any point you don't want to go down to the floor, it's hinge. Row 1, row 2, under it. Lunge 1, lunge 2, push press. Yes. Good work, everyone. Take it up one more level. Let's go for another 20 seconds. Last 7. Good, let's take 20. Active recovery or march or just rest, plain old fashioned rest. Here we go. The last one we do is gonna be a 30-second interval. You have the option to go without weight. So what I mean by that is I want you to pop out. I want you to go push up, hip tap 1, hip tap 2, pop in, hop lunge 1, hop lunge 2. That's your body weight version. All right, take a second here. We're gonna go 30 seconds on the clock. I'm gonna go body weight. So if you're like, what is she talking about? I'm gonna go the body weight version. If you just wanna keep the dumbbell version, let's keep it. We'll go in 3, 2, 1 to the floor, pop out, push up. Same side hip tap, so mirror that row. Pop in, hop lunge 1, hop lunge 2, bring it right back in. Essentially just making that exercise more dynamic. Row 1, row 2, pop in, hop lunge 1, hop lunge 2. There we go. Let's go last 7. Last 7. There we go. And good. Rest, rest, rest. We will stretch. Good work, everyone. Let's bring it on down to kneeling position. Catch your breath. Big deep breaths here. Tuck your tailbone under. Chest up nice and tall. 2 90-degree angles. Make sure you tuck this back toe. And I want you to push into that hip flexor. Make sure you're not just doing this. Everything's moving in one good motion here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's add that rotation. So let's bring that arm across. Great work. That was awesome. Good stuff. Let's bring it to the other side. Kick that opposite leg on front. Tuck that toe, tuck that tailbone, push that hip flexor. Let's add that rotation. And let's kick those feet back. Let's push up through your hips. Bring your eyes up towards the ceiling. Let's open up your stance. Let's rock on back. Try to bring your forehead on down to the floor. Let's bring it to a low squat. Elbows to the inside your knees. Really sink in here. Let's bring it all the way up. Let's go feet out nice and wide. Reach to one side. Let's bring it to the opposite side. And then let's go feet together. Let's reach on down. Grab your opposite elbow, just kind of hang there for a second. Take a couple big deep breaths. Think of everything you accomplished today, and then slowly start to roll up your spine. Bring it to your chest. Awesome, awesome work. You totally